There we go.
Crazy.
Supposed to be there. But I'm not seeing anything. Oh, there we are. Are we live?
We're supposed to be.
Yo, I don't know if we're live or not. But I see us.
Supposed to do.
All right, here we go.
Battle to the death, fighting till I take my last breath. Till there's nothing left, till this flesh, till this past tense. Got up on the fence, henceforth this intense. I was lost, now a friend, now a force with the pen for the Lord.
Yo.
Hey, you're supposed to cut that.
What
into
up,
the
people?
la,
What's
la,
going
la,
on? What's
la.
going on? Welcome to Marrio Esco Live. I'm your host, Marrio Esco. Alongside me is my good friends and co-hosts, Gil Vargas and Brent Tavares. What up, brothers?
What
up, yo?
Do you have the names right?
Good evening.
Yes,
Do you have the names right?
I do have them right on the other scene. We're not there yet. I
Okay.
think we were just live for a little bit.
Were we?
I think we were legit live for a little bit. So for those of you that saw the beginning of that, what's up? What's going on?
What up?
What up, y'all? Y'all are real fans. You know what I mean? Y'all are real people.
The ones that are punctual.
You see the little producer mistakes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's behind the scenes.
B-roll. That was
That's B-roll.
B-roll.
That's
Yeah.
that's top secret footage.
G14
Was that the B-roll?
So what up, everybody jumping in? I don't have the feed in front of me, so if my brothers can help me out there as you guys are jumping in, any questions, comments, or whatever, welcome to the show. This is episode 73. No name yet, because we figure that out as we go along. That's what all I look forward to.
Literally.
I'm like, yo, I can't wait to do the show to figure out the name. I don't care about anything else, man.
I feel like I'm winning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I've come up with most of them.
Well, I've been folding a lot, so I've been
it's either
I've been
I
throwing
come
in
up
the
with
towel.
them or you create them,
You know?
but they still diss me. So it's like still me either way.
Yeah, man. That was our last episode, which
Yeah.
seemed to be a hit. I don't know if it was the title and the picture or what, but
Yeah.
Lyrical
I
Lobster.
decided to,
Thanks,
in
Gil.
honor of the last episode, to wear fedora this episode.
Oh yeah, Fedoralist. They asked me about that too, actually.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, what
I
is
was
this?
like, yeah, I do have
Federalist?
fedoras, and I
I was
haven't
like,
really
no.
worn one on the show yet.
Fedoralist.
I'm always wearing the Marrio Esco.
Yeah.
I gotta get the logo right here for
That's
the
that
Marrio
jazz
Esco
Facts,
logo.
man.
Right here, I guess.
That's that jazz musician fedora.
Yeah, man. This is
It's
that.
that jazz
This is that.
musician fedora. So what kind of Scully cap is that, Gil? On Brent's head.
But it's the
Gil,
What happened?
what kind of Scully cap is that on Brent's head?
That's just a regular beanie.
Okay. That's it.
That's what
He
it's
just
called.
kept you average.
Just a regular dude.
You just-
It's what I was supposed to put it a fancy name.
I mean, he was trying to do a spin-off of your fedora, so I thought you were gonna do like a spin-off of his.
Thought he was gonna lace into me.
I thought you were
just
gonna
give
be,
it to me.
no, I thought he was gonna like give him a dope compliment with that, but he was just like,
No, but I did appreciate the
Just
swag
normal-
that he
just
got
normal
today.
dude.
Even his backpack matches.
"Get out of
Yeah.
here!"
Yeah,
Those by
his
accident.
shoes, his
It was
sweater,
by accident.
and his
Actually by
backpack.
accident.
I'm like, you looking
Yeah,
extra
right.
flossy.
The sneakers
Don't play
weren't by
yourself,
accident,
man.
but the
That
rest
was
of it was
planned.
by accident.
That was planned.
Got
Subconscious.
The
So I
LRG.
don't think about fashion.
I think it was the subconscious. Your mind was just like,
Yep.
"Boop, that
It was
matches."
You know what it was? It was the closest
Was
hoodie.
that all the sounds he made when he
It
was
was the
getting
most-
dressed?
It was like a
It was
straight
the
up.
most accessible hoodie
What's his
I
name?
had.
The one that
Grabbed
Robert
it,
Downey
gone.
Jr. was in.
in the orange
Sherlock
sneakers.
Holmes. He was like calculating the outfit. Is that how you
What's
be,
all these sound
is that how you be
effects?
cutting people
Yo,
up at the barbershop?
sometimes
Yeah.
with laser beams.
Laser
That's what it sounded like you was trying to do. Like
Yo, What do they barbershops do when they wear the light up top? Like they're like
The miners.
Well, that
yeah,
just
what is up? Is that just for show or
you
is
should
that
not
for
have
real?
that in the barbershop because what you're telling
you
the
gotta talk to
owner,
the owner, man.
is that he
Really?
doesn't have enough lighting
It's
in his shop.
insufficient.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's
Insufficient.
disrespectful.
But for the most part, those things were introduced for the competitions because the competitions never have good lighting. Ever.
And that's when they take out the.
So they take those out. But if you're using that in the barbershop,
There's a
you
problem.
better talk to the owner and be like, you need to upgrade some of these lights or something. Put some LEDs up in this.
All right, my bad to
What are you,
drag that up.
spelunking?
What happened?
So you got the light on your head like
Facts.
you
If
cave
in the
diving?
barbershop,
Spelunking.
like,
Spelunking.
why do you have
Oh, you
that
play that
in the
game,
barbershop?
Spelunky?
Never heard of it.
You never heard of the game? There's a game called Spelunky. Yo, facts.
What
for real.
he's talking about is like when they go into the cave.
Yeah, they're little guys that go
Oh.
into a cave. It's
It's a
like
real
Super
game?
Mario. Yeah,
What do
it's a
they do in
PC
that
game.
game?
What?
You're mining. You're just digging
Oh,
and
all
mining.
right.
There's gold and like you can
I
sacrifice.
And that was in the
you can
old
sacrifice
Nintendo?
the idols.
Probably.
You can sacrifice. Why did you have to deepen your voice on that
The
part?
golden monkey
Oh,
with the red
for the
ruby.
homeschoolers that want to get the game for the kids. You
Yo.
can. It's
That was
called Spelunky.
That was a very weird moment to lower your
you can,
voice. You can sacrifice.
Me and my kids love it. I mean, we play. Yeah, it's little Mario figures that.
Oh,
jump
so
around.
you've taught your children how to sacrifice
Yeah, we just
animals.
get them. Get 'em,
Sacrifice
hurry up.
idols.
Put them on the
Wow.
altar before we
Dagon.
lose.
Put them on the altar before we lose.
I was showing them like this is what they did. You know,
You had to
this is the
Baphomet.
Mayan time.
And yeah.
Yeah, I was
All of our
showing them
partners
examples.
are now
This is what they did.
officially
Keep
gone.
We're trying to win.
Moloch.
Like, keep going. I want to show you everything they did. Hurry
Yes.
up. These are
Statue
great
of
examples.
Moloch in statue of Moloch.
Yo,
Balaam.
and I tell them to
Baal.
encourage them. I'm like, yo, the more levels we go, the more you find out.
Wow. It's great logic.
no.
The more you...
That was terrible.
No.
great
That
logic.
was terrible.
It's great. It's
You
great
know what I'm
logic.
saying?
I love it.
Isn't
Horrible.
that how society works? It's all by levels. You unlock some wisdom.
Yes, but you don't have to sacrifice
sip
an
of some
animal.
coffee
to get
here,
the
no?
wisdom.
That's conspiracy talk.
Come on,
Stop
that's
it.
an alley-oop, bro. Come
That
on.
is
When
an
are we-
alley-oop.
When are we gonna finally get into? All right, I'm sorry, my bad. All right, hold up. Yo, thank you guys for jumping in the show. D2L.
He said, "My
Production.
bad."
Yo,
When are we
D2L.
finally-
comfortable. He forgot.
D2LProductions.com. Go check that out. We got some merch there. We got these cups available there. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play
Yo, he
a
got comfortable.
ad real quick when we do that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
Yo, get
Yeah.
your mug.
Go-
These mugs
go-
are fire.
Yo, support us by buying the merch. Gil, what do you got on? Nothing? No, we don't got the merch
I
on.
ain't
But we
got
got the
no
merch
merch
in
on
front
right
of us
now.
with the cups. So
Yeah.
check out the cups, check out the shirts, check out the sweatshirts, the hats. What else Gil put up there? Fanny packs. Gil knows his fashion, man. He knows what's up. So Gil, try to sell a fanny pack to the masculine men out there right now. Like how do you
Masculine.
Yeah, like let's say a guy's like,
Look,
dude,
bro.
a fanny pack, that's for soft guys, man. I don't know if they talk like that,
Hey
but
man, I got 3 young kids,
I don't
bro.
know,
I can
but-
use that at the zoo.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
okay, yo, look at Brent.
Pops.
Brent's
you a
jumping
dad?
in with it.
If you a dad
There
and you
you
got a
go.
2-year-old, 3-year-old,
There you go.
4-year-old, or
Yeah.
a 5-year-old,
As long as
You
the-
need a fanny pack.
you could put the fanny pack and get some snacks in there, some wipies.
Yo, as
Never-
long as the strap is long enough to go on my shoulder, so I don't have to wear it. Like
Oh,
I,
so
like
you're
I grew
not
up in the
okay. So
80s.
there's a way to wear it. So you
Yeah.
can't wear it
Yup.
down in the waist.
I don't know how to wear it, but I just ain't wearing it around my waist.
So you're gonna wear it around the shoulder. This
Yeah.
dude wants to wear it like Rambo. Like
Facts.
he's acting like it's bullets.
Which way would
he's
you
pulling,
recommend?
Yo, he's pulling out wipies.
Well,
He's pulling out
we
baby
both have to be
wipies like he got a
careful, 'cause
gat.
we can't be wearing fanny packs with beards.
Yeah,
It's not going to translate.
What
as
if I put a
fanny
tank top on?
this is gonna be
If
like.
I wear just a tank top, does that
pack?
sell it?
Even worse.
It is. What if I gotta
a
wear?
tank top
What I
with
gotta
a
wear?
fanny
Levi's
pack
button
across
up?
his shoulder.
What I gotta wear? Levi's button up to rock a fanny pack?
Levi's
Dang.
button up. Yeah, I don't think you could rock the fanny pack, man.
No, I
I don't
stick with a
know.
backpack.
I could see a lot of cops pulling us over.
What?
What is that there?
What?
That is
Yo,
fanny
you're
pronounce
pack.
it with
supposed to
the
be selling this
WNH.
fanny pack to our
Huh?
audience, bro. Like, what are you doing right now?
I'm saying
Uh,
us. I got a
okay.
beard.
Oh,
He got a beard. Saying
I'm like, yo,
If you
let's
suffer-
plug in our product.
if you suffer
if we
from
rock
this-
that, we're getting locked up.
If you got a beard,
Ah, you-
just
don't
buy a
even dare
backpack.
I'm
buy
saying
that.
if you got a beard and you look like
Goodness.
me,
if you got Marrio Esco
You
live
better put
logo,
a backpack on the
if you got like the red.
oh yeah, I'm gonna do the backpack. That's a good idea.
for the
Okay.
guys who can't
Live
rock
on
the fanny
camera.
pack.
All right, well, don't go to D2L Productions for that. Sorry, guys. But there's other stuff there.
Yo, man, fanny
know,
packs
go
is
check
where
that.
it's at.
Go check that out.
That's why it rhymes.
Shout out to our partners, the GOP, the Bar Podcast, the Prayer Plug, Rep the King Worldwide, Rap Revenant, the Bridge Radio, 520 Collective, the Unashamed Network, GH3 Radio, Sound the Alarm, and Godify. It's dope to partner up with these brothers. We're on all these platforms, by the way, one way or another, whether on a website, application, a radio station. So we're showing them love. We're editing for them as well. So you get to get this content on their platforms as well. So if you can't do the live or you prefer to hear another way to hear it, whatever's easier for you, you can check out their platforms there. I love them brothers, man. We're thankful for y'all. And we're excited to continue to expand and develop and unify, man. That's what it's all about. Last episode recap, 72, Fedoralist. We had Gil.
Yeah.
Breaking down the whole Fedora. Dude, how much controversy has this Fedora thing had in your life, man?
None.
It almost prevented you from getting signed.
That's it.
That's
the only problem.
People look at you differently. You lost relationships, didn't you? Some friends
over fedoras.
Yeah, someone. Right?
Slap yourself with a fedora.
Somebody was like, unfriend him quick.
Unfriend him. He was wearing a fedora.
Is this dude wearing a fedora? You know he's ridiculous right off the jump.
What's he getting in the mail? He's getting like little voodoo fedora dolls in the mail.
Because the whole East Coast, everything's always got to be fitteds only.
Stupid.
When I started rocking fedoras at first, I did have a lot of people who like, why are you wearing it? At first. But once you wear it all the time, it just becomes
How do you answer that? I don't know. Why you wearing your pants right now? Like, why you wearing your shirt?
Yo, but that's how far people
Why you
go
wearing that jacket? Why you wearing those shoes?
When you don't follow the pattern that everybody else follows and you kind of do your own thing.
Yeah. Then they question you.
It's
like,
always the first thing is, why are you doing that?
Why are we like that culturally? Like, why do we do that?
That happens all the time.
Because that is a thing. Like, you're sort of like, oh, you're trying to stand out.
Yep.
It's automatic. Like, yo, why is he trying to show off?
And that was actually my reason for wearing fedoras, because I'm like, everybody's rocking fitteds. Fitteds. Everywhere you look, it's fitteds.
So
I'm
you
like, I want to rock
out.
something different.
Somebody came up to Gil and was like, hey.
You were looking for the
I was
beef.
like, yo, fedoras.
He's like, why you wearing that stupid hat? That hat looks stupid.
Yo, it really started bugging people's minds when I put feathers in them. They were like, oh my God, they lost their mind.
Bro, he started listening to Motown.
Yo, when you start putting
Ohio
sparkles in
players.
them, that's on another level.
Why
No,
sparkles?
I'm just saying, like, if you wanted to step it up from there's other ways you can go about this.
Bruh.
You know?
And then when you started putting sparkles, and then you went from that to, no, that's what I'm saying.
He gets a radio voice when he puts the hat on. He's like, hi, this is
That's a
Gil
suit.
Vargas.
That's a suit.
I get the smooth voice.
You have reached the phone
man.
of Gil
That's
Vargas.
a segment, bro. I wish we could transition into that segment.
That's not
real.
Like, if we had like
smooth-
another
imaginary
camera,
and then have the lights
if we had another
dim with
camera,
candles.
if we had another camera, we could
Facts,
flip it up to
795.
configure it where I hit the button. It's like Gil segment, close
the
up.
smooth, soothing
It's like
sounds
everything
of
changes. It's like red behind you.
And I always
This
make it
heart's-
sound like I'm going
this
to say
heart's
something
popping
important.
up.
And I'm always
This
making
is
it
the
sound
Gil
like I'm going to give
segment.
like the most fire advice ever. And it's always going to be ridiculous.
First of all, do we have
Like-
fedoras in our shop?
What do you mean?
Do we have fedoras?
In our shop?
Yeah.
No.
Can we?
I wish.
Oh, we can't.
No.
Ah, shoot. I was going to say it would be dope if you had the Marrio Esco cap on, and for the segment, when you switch up, you're like, shit, and you put the,
Oh my goodness.
you put the fedora
The only
on.
way we could do that is if we created patches, maybe. But
You know what a fedora
man.
does for a brother? Like,
What's
you
it
can
do?
pour a
What's
glass-
it do?
You can
What's
pour
it
a
do,
glass.
Grandfather
What's it
Brent?
You
What's
can-
it do, Grandfather Brent?
You can pour a glass of whiskey
Goodness.
and have that dude
Dude,
that
he's a
grabs the cup
cigar.
by the top, and when you talk, you be pointing to dudes with that one finger that ain't top. You be like, let me tell you something. You know what I'm saying? I got
How
this
young
fedora
is-
on, so you better listen.
Yo.
And you start talking, you're like, yo, you and you.
Oh, yo, did we share this?
You
Did we
and
share
you?
this show?
Or you got the ring tapping the side of the whiskey glass. This is what a fedora do.
This is what a fedora do.
This is what fedora do. When you blend a whole entire sentence into one. This is what fedora do. With the glass. that's the old
This
man
is
right
what
there.
fedora do.
That's what fedora do. Okay? Listen,
And that's the name of the show. How long that take? 10 minutes?
What Fedora do? We already had a Fedora
Nah, you did
episode,
have
man.
a-
We can't
yeah.
have another Fedora one.
Part 2, bro. Part 2.
So, yeah.
We haven't done a part 2 yet. This is a follow up. This is a follow
This
up.
is a follow-up to Fedora
All right, so
list.
in that show, episode 72, we talked a little bit of Kanye West, Jesus is King 2, Disney Plus, Instagram, remove likes, creative tips, sound treatment. Gil, we really went through all that?
Yes.
I thought we were gaming the whole time.
Somehow we got through it.
We got through those subjects while gaming?
Well, no, we talked about the soundproofing stuff first
Oh,
because I don't think we would have survived.
yeah, that's
that.
where we got geeky, yeah.
Yeah,
And
then
then-
after that, after we got
So if you sort of want to hear about those things,
you sort of look, he talks about me.
Go
Don't
check-
downplay the merch.
go check
He's
out.
like, if y'all want to hear
check
that
out
trash,
episode 72.
it's the last episode.
You know. All right, y'all. We're going to jump into a skit real quick. This is Entrepreneur featuring myself and Manny Rivera. Here we go.
Bro, I'm hurting. Tired of being broke. I need money, B. I need money, B. You know what I ate today, bro? An olive. An olive, bro. Not even a stuffed olive.
Yo, see, this is
Just
why we
regular
need to
olive.
get. This is why we need to get our entrepreneurship up, man. We need to start thinking about business. We need to start getting our product right. We need to get everything going, bro. I'm telling you, man. We need to be business savvy. We need to be business. I'm telling you, man.
That's what I've been talking.
Entrepreneurship.
Down?
I'm down, bro.
Down?
I'm down, bro.
Word.
Let's get this.
Word.
Let's
Let's
get
get it. Money. Let's get this money.
Yo, this entrepreneurship is tougher than it looks.
Bro, you ain't lying, bro. Bro, this ain't even lemonade.
That's all I had.
Yo, so that was the skit.
Dang.
For those that didn't see it, it was me and Manny plotting on how to get some money.
What was in that cup?
And then it's dirty water.
Dirty water. Look like
Dang.
hot dog water in
Yeah,
the
that man
container.
dirty.
You
You were
know-
trying to sell dirty water?
Next
Those
thing
hot
you know,
dog
we
water.
act like
No
we got
wonder you
this
didn't make
major
no money.
plan, and we run outside and the scene cuts, and we're sitting there with a lemonade stand.
Yeah, the hot dog water with ice cubes.
Grown
in it.
men outside with a lemonade
They
stand.
poured
Who
this
came
all
up
over
with
this
that?
bun.
Is that Manny?
Oh, man. That's actually, the lemonade stand is one of the first businesses of young entrepreneurs that become successful entrepreneurs.
That's
Lemonade
crazy.
stands and landscaping. Building a list of customers. You can build an entire list of customers. Like, there's whole stories on that. I think it was like Rich Dad, Poor Dad is where I got that from.
That's crazy.
Mhm. That's dope.
I don't know why I jumped into that. But yeah, that was that skit.
That's
Manny,
because
I miss you,
that's
brother. I
because of
love
the
you,
next
bro.
topic. You're already getting in your wise.
Ah, the wise bag. All
That's
right,
why.
cool.
Fanatic.
We're gonna jump into creative tips and then we're gonna bug out. How about that? No special guests. We do got a feature track, of course, and we're just gonna be chopping it up. So, creative tip: focus on your lot. Gil, can you introduce the back side of this story? Like why we
So-
even decided to go.
So
in this
I called
direction?
Mario because I've been hearing a lot on the music, news and stuff like that about
Ooh,
Billie
journalism.
Eilish, and that she they released the numbers on Spotify, and she became like the artist of the decade in their like
Decade.
of their award system, whatever that they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Because her music has made like crazy amount of streams, especially since Spotify started, up to date. So they were just praising her and all that stuff, and she's young too. She's only like 17, and I just was blown away at the fact that they were like so focused on the numbers and all that, and we're not really on that as much. But what I found interesting is why. Like I started like listening to her music and seeing what was it.
What
that
was the attraction?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I came to the conclusion is that she has a very specific sound,
Yep.
which means that she has a very specific audience, and I guess she's does it extremely well because she's killing it.
So let me jump in real quick because now I want us to shift into how we decided this is a creative tip. So when you called me and you started going off on that, I was thinking more business and A&R. So I wasn't thinking where you were going with it, and where you were going with it was pretty much confirming that we can't say that a style, a strategy. That's money, all right? Like that, we can't give everything away. No, but
That's all I was like, is he really about to say everything?
No, caught myself.
Smooth.
We that's for other tiers.
other tiers.
Wow, you being selfish with the information.
Cool.
You just you're hoarding it.
You know, but anyway, so he was talking about a strategy and he was trying to go and kind of unfold why, you know, it attracted him with that strategy. But my mind was like business. I was like, hold on. I was like, how did she get there? How old is she? Who's backing her? What label is she with? I was like, which chick is this? And then I went back and I remember seeing music videos of her and seeing some of the weird stuff that she does. Because she has some kind of like weird music
I wouldn't
videos,
recommend checking her out.
No, they're like...
I only looked into it briefly because I needed to know who this person was.
I'm not one to be like witchcraft. Oh, I'm not that kind of person, but this is like, this is like intentional. This is like, I'm going to take every type of witchcraft and throw it in here. Like, this is not like, I'm not saying like as a spiritual thing, because I don't think that way normally.
Yeah.
I don't just jump to that. I'm just thinking like, okay, logically, there's a makeup artist, there's somebody behind this, there's an intention, there's something that they're trying to communicate, and they want to do it this way. And obviously it's edgy, it's going to cause controversy, blah, 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 blah. So I'm thinking of that aspect of it. And then immediately I start getting pulled toward the comparison. How can you emulate? How can you copy that? How can you, because I'm thinking strategy. I'm thinking, all right, there's a technique, there's a strategy, not with witchcraft, but I'm saying like, you got
one and the same.
That witchcraft is one strategy I haven't tried.
Hold on.
Might be one and the same.
Let me ask you something.
I have to add some hoogity boogity on this track.
Do you think that promotion is a form of manipulation?
I mean, it's a form of propaganda in a way. Like,
wait, repeat the question.
Do you think promotion or marketing is a form of manipulation?
Yes.
So do you think, so how do you reconcile the Christian using marketing schemes and strategies for their projects? How do you,
because the motive is different. Because like a secular artist, they're manipulating their people to buy things that are ultimately condemning them, ultimately like affecting them in a negative way, where we're using the same strategies for them to buy something that's beneficial for them. Ultimately, all manipulation is being used every single day. You're being manipulated even at
so is
9
it,
to 5.
Okay, so would it even be right to call it manipulation? Maybe that's the unfair.
Yeah, maybe the word is a little too.
Maybe I'm like
it's a little too dark. I guess.
Yeah, I'm trying to set it up so it wouldn't be called manipulation. Then it literally is pure marketing, meaning building.
But I can see why you use the word manipulation, because if a person is not looking at something, and somehow this ad makes them look at it,
kind of strategy, right? Like
make them want to buy it, make them think about it all the time, so and desire it. That is a form of manipulation.
Okay,
ultimately, and that's what the ad does.
But is it manipulating somebody, or is it using tactics that work?
There's two different ways to look at it.
Well, like manipulation is works. I'm trying to get you to do what I want you to do.
But take one of those drug commercials, for instance, where there's like could cause death, but everyone's in the background in slow motion, like.
Facts.
All happy. That's manipulation.
Those commercials are actually the funniest ones.
But when you just see someone eating
the pharmaceutical
Doritos,
ones,
that's not real manipulation. It's just
and they're like, you should take Labarita.
I got it.
In some cases, it has killed someone, lung cancer. They've died. And they say it mad fast, so it's not noticeable. And it's always in the middle of someone skipping and frolicking in happiness.
It kind of
how happy you are. You're
and
almost
I'm like,
dead.
Did you not hear all those symptoms? They had a whole segment of this commercial dedicated to line through all the symptoms.
Kid just breeze through all these symptoms.
So yeah, that's manipulation, bro, right there. Yeah. Like promoting a false premise. You could have this life.
But that's what I was saying. I can understand why he would say marketing is a form of manipulation, because it is.
I was just asking.
It is changing the chemistry of this person's brain to think a certain way, so that way they would respond a certain way. That's manipulation.
Yeah, but to manipulate,
you didn't wake up and be like, "Man, I need to buy some McDonald's."
When you manipulate something, you like change its direction.
I can hear
change the property of it.
The East Coast,
you know what I'm saying?
80s hip hop when he just said that, his cadence.
Wait, what?
I wasn't rapping.
I'm sorry, man.
You messed them up.
No, go ahead.
That was the most pointless interruption.
He tries to do that one time.
At least once episode, just to see if you can get back.
Joke.
We're not.
It's always for a bad joke.
It's always for a bad joke.
It's just an insider for me. It's just like when I go back and
it's always
listen,
for a bad
joke.
You
lyrical lobster, you.
You lyrical lobster.
It's always for a bad joke, man. focus on your lot. So I put
Yo,
down
word.
focus on your lot because I started immediately thinking about comparison. And then, the Lord has been working on me with focusing on my own lot. And that's what made me think, like, how many artists are actually looking at successful people like herself and people like herself, and then immediately look at the strategies, the tactics, and how do I use these things and how do I apply it? But then you go out and you try to apply unrealistic expectations of projects, things that you're trying to achieve, but not realizing that this young lady has a label, financial backing, management team, an entire team, army that represents her that are all together invested in her career. Because if she don't make money, they don't make profit. They have to make her succeed. So everyone together is trying to paint this picture together. And it's unfair to us to compare that to, her success and attribute those things to that success. We have to focus on our own, what God has given to. Look at, for example, the iPhone commercial, which I don't want to jump as a segue there, but it's perfect, man.
It is.
It's perfect for this situation.
It is.
So what do I do now? Is this a quick?
I love that we're having this dialogue about the show alive on the show.
All right, you want to jump into it? Man, I didn't want to go there.
It's a perfect segue. Now what do I do, Gil?
So segue right into it.
Well, segue.
You know what? Can I segue back? I'm saying, like, if I segue forward,
back?
is there a reverse segue?
That is
like
officially
Segwak.
the name
Segwak.
of this episode.
What?
Segwee.
The
Sorry.
segue back.
Segue.
Peabody and
There
Sherman,
we
the
go.
segue back.
That's a celebration for our new
it's
title of the
Segwee.
show. Segue. All right, so I'm gonna segue, and then I'm gonna transition and segue. How about that? All right, so we're gonna segue. iPhone 11 Pro.
Only a Spanish person can come up with a word.
Snowbrawl. Bro,
Oh.
first of all, have you guys seen
It's crazy.
Yeah.
both of you saw it?
Like, if they
Yep, I
made a
watched it.
movie all about a snowball fight and it looked like that, I'd watch it.
All right, so for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, there is a director that created a film with an iPhone 11 Pro.
Yep.
And the thing is epic, like cinematic, the
It's
entire
crazy.
thing.
It's the same director that filmed the John Wick movies,
Okay.
and he
Cool.
like killed it. Like, he
Yeah. With an
killed it.
iPhone.
Yeah, with
With
an
a
iPhone
with a
11
smartphone.
Pro.
I would watch this movie. I would pay to watch this movie.
It was fire. So when I saw this thing, I was like immediately thinking in my mind, because you're thinking like, you already made the investment for some gear. You have gear, you have access to stuff, you've produced stuff, you have experience, but now 2-3 years later, you're outdated, but you don't have enough profit to continue with the new gear that comes out, the new camera, because they always got the new camera, the new PC, the new program, the updated. That's how they make their money, of course. Every year is a
one of the
new,
biggest
every
companies
year
in
is
the
a
world.
new, every year is a new, right? And then you sit there and you're like, man, I can't compete with everybody else because look what they have. But the reality is, for example, when we saw that, when you see this video, with an iPhone, it is legit like Transformers, like that kind of
crazy.
quality, dude. Like you're good, like, right? Am I exaggerated?
Well,
Like,
no,
it's fire.
A small spin-off of that story
Right, girl? Like,
is
The cord is stuck on the chair, man.
did you see there was a kid
Still
from
stuck.
Africa? There was a kid from
unwrap
Africa
it and
that
let Brent talk. Go
that
ahead.
filmed a movie on his camera phone, on his smartphone. So he had one
It is what it
smartphone,
is.
and he and his friends took certain things with a laptop and one camera phone. They filmed movies,
Mm.
and it's
Wait,
like
who is this?
if
from-
you were listening,
No, go ahead. Who
this
is
is a
it?
kid from Africa.
I seen it.
All right,
I
seen that,
you
right?
shared it.
There-
I think you shared
what
it.
in the Slack?
I think so. It's, yeah. Don't
No,
Yeah.
he's talking, I
Don't
think
be
he's
telling
talking about.
people
I think he's talking about when
Forms
you
of
shared,
communication.
The African kid that did the
Oh, yeah,
windmill,
I think I
the
did.
windmill.
Nah,
He
not that
brought
movie.
power to his village.
Oh, nah. There was a kid who had a cell phone and his
No,
friend
he
had a
legit
laptop.
made
And he
a
legit
movie.
made movies. So, like, they would
Like a-
use, like, fire or a old fan and make wind with it. But he was legit making sci-fi movies with a program on his computer and a cell phone.
Yep.
Like, little, like, small little 30-minute movies.
Where do you see these?
I was just a random video on YouTube.
How dare you mention something that you can't even tell us
he-
where to
he-
watch?
No, he did share. This is a long time ago, though.
But
he did share. a
It's
link
crazy,
on it.
like how in the world now, people have access to technology like that. They can make a kid that's 12 years old can make his own movie with a laptop and a cell phone. That's a minimal budget.
Dude. And he
for
caught
real.
the attention of a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Where now they got a video on that and they're showing that because it was amazing, dude. Like it was a dope video for what he was using. Actually,
That's incredible.
And I'm not trying to be prideful with it, but it's a good example. Running, the music video that I did.
Mm.
The whole thing was with that cheap
Action cam. Yeah.
cheap headband camera. And I got so much traction on that one video that I just did just because I was bored and it was a blizzard and
I saw you do like 2 pull-ups.
that was
I remember that part. And I was thinking the same thing. I was like, look at him trying to
You
flex.
could have at least
That's,
did
In
3.
the snow.
Could at least did at least one
guys,
more.
brothers, that's when I had ambition.
But your ambition was very small because 2
That's,
is just not enough ambition.
yeah.
You say that like it was money in the bank.
I know.
Oh, that's when I had
Hey,
ambition.
I had- and
when I
I'm-
was making
and
the
now
paper.
you're seeing live how your friends have your back and help you get up on your feet. You know, like they take the cues and they're just like, you know what? Even then you were weak.
Oh,
Ah. And they laugh in front of me. I'm over here crying in the corner. They're tapping each other.
You take a communion wrong.
His
That's why I
pride.
do.
His
Like a
pride
pathetic
was
loser.
2 pull-ups. No wonder why he wants to give up.
That was the first stop too.
I don't blame
Didn't
you.
even jog. Goes right around the corner.
Hey,
Did 2
I
pull-ups.
pushed a car. Okay,
oh yeah, you
that's
did.
a fact.
Oh yeah.
That
Don't
was
let your
going
good deeds be
backwards down
seen.
the hill.
Don't let your
That was
good
going
deeds be
backwards
seen.
down the hill.
I'm still. You see,
He's like, I pushed a car. Like if he was pushing it up a hill
Yeah.
like Superman.
He like played it in reverse too.
It was in
actually
reverse
moving the way it
going
should have been.
downhill.
these dudes don't give me any credit whatsoever, bro.
Of course,
All of a sudden, it was 5 people.
He's like, I'm a
wasn't just
father.
me by
Who isn't?
myself.
you got help from angels.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Amen.
What was? Yeah. So
There was a point that you were saying that you could use anything, and if you do it right, and you can get a story across that people resonate with, it doesn't necessarily
no, I
matter.
think it's the tool.
using the
Yeah,
tool.
I think it's a tool. A lot of us get caught up with the thought that we can't compete and why bother, or maybe we feel like we can't do anything. Maybe it's not that we can't compete. I can't do anything right now.
It kind of
when-
falls into the creative tip too.
I know. That's why I want to segue.
The
You know what I mean?
Segwee, Segwee back.
You know what
That's
I'm saying?
that's
why
when
I
you
wanna-
go
I want
backwards.
to segue.
You see how I did that without segueing?
We segued and now we segued. Focus on your lot.
Wow.
Focus on what you have, what God has provided you, and be creative and masterful within your own lot. Why you focused and comparing on others? That's how you begin to covet. That's how you begin to be desperate. And then you want to take cheats to get where you need to go. Maybe you short somebody, one of your brothers, you're supposed to do a feature for. You didn't follow up. You're supposed to follow up. I'm guilty of that sometimes. Maybe you straight up rob somebody. Because that happens. Could there be believers that rob somebody?
Yes.
So maybe in God's sovereignty, whoever did that and is listening, hey, there's forgiveness. Owe what you owe and get back and focus on your lot. Maybe you need to hear that. Focus on your lot. Don't compare yourself to others. I'm learning this. I'm preaching to
And
self
it's actually
right now,
a really
you know?
freeing thing to think this way, because typically when an artist is trying to develop, he's always thinking about being the best, or in his category, and looking at who's the dopest and trying to like either emulate or take certain things from, so you can transcend and be better than that guy.
Right.
When this type of mentality is focusing on yourself,
Right.
perfect yourself, and therefore you will have no competition because there's only one
Dude,
you.
that is amazing. That's like deep diving. You are the deep dive king. We do need a splash in this, man.
There's only one you.
I don't know, man.
Should have been the coin.
Oh yeah, Gil.
You had
I
some
just
coin.
thought of Gil and Fedora.
That's
And I thought
that's really what this really.
No, I
the
love what you
essence
just
of
said.
that.
I love what you just said. Investing in yourself. Sometimes people can take that as a prideful act.
Mm.
When in reality is, if you invest in yourself, you now equip yourself to be able to help others out.
Yeah.
Because when you set up like false expectations, it's gonna leave you in like spiritual debt.
Facts,
Because
bro.
you're projecting to somewhere where you're not really at.
Yes.
So
And then you get mad at
you're
sovereignty.
In Ecclesiastes, you're striving after win. You're grasping after win.
Goodness, Brent.
You know? So
Fire.
keep it in perspective.
Wow.
Fire.
The Segwee, and then the segment is done.
Segway.
We officially segued.
Dude, nail in the coffin with that one, dude. That was dope. Good job,
And
guys.
we
Man,
have
I'm
a
proud
new-
of you guys. I'm gonna
and
hand
we
clap
have-
for you guys.
We have a new term on the show.
Segway.
Now we can officially segue and segue.
Facts. So we're gonna segue
Wee.
into into our featured track today. Where's the feature track on this thing? Here we go.
Oh, that's always professional.
Where's my feature track?
Where is it?
On
Vargas?
God, Jarrell.
On
No,
God.
Jarrell.
Yup,
Jerry said.
exactly. On God,
That
Jarrell.
was like when you were trying to be serious
Hold on,
with somebody. You be like, "Yo,
dude.
my mom is sick.
Yo, just
Say on God."
Dude. Shout out to the
Like,
to
yo,
the prayer
on God,
to the
yo.
prayer plug. I love you, brother.
That's when they know they mean
Here
business.
we go. We're gonna jump in.
Yeah, they always asking when the tour is. No, they really wanna see me blow. I always tell them I'm a tourist. Gotta send to me, then I'ma go. I don't really need my name and lights. I never truly cared about the fame. I just wanna love the city, live the kingdom while I do it all in Jesus' name.
Young nappy head with the dreads, trying to save the city from the cemetery. Ain't it crazy how we got 5 missions and we're still in need of missionaries? I'm an advocate for taking the gospel overseas, but why we going that far? Don't forget about the ones who never heard the gospel message in our backyard. No, it's hard to comprehend, but what we think is basic, they can't understand it. I told them I waited till marriage, they looked at me like I'm from another planet. That's why I'm careful when I'm talking, I ain't trying to beat them with the 10 commandments. Most of them don't have a problem with the gospel, they just hate the double standard. Like why the church is planning in these neighborhoods, do we care about the residents? We finally get them in the building, then we going on and on about the president. Or we tell them they can live their best life in the name of being relevant. We're pretty good at swatting out the fly while we did not, we ever saw the elephant. I did a thing with Louis Giglio and Carrie Joe, then I came back home. People still walking up and down the streets of San Antonio with their mind gone. I'm always grateful for the opportunity, but this is way more than singing songs. This is more than neon lights, this is Nehemiah building up the city wall. They always asking when the tour is. I know they really wanna see me blow. I always tell them I'm a tourist. You gotta send to me, then I'ma go. I don't really need my name in lights. Never truly cared about the fame. I just wanna love the city, live the kingdom while I do it all in Jesus' name. And I promise that's on God. You hear me? That's on God. The world may never feel me, but the city will, homie. That's on God. Right hand on the Bible. Yeah, that's on God. We just wanna see revival. Yeah, that's on God. Said he believes in God, but what's crazy is he's living his life like an atheist. Watching porn like God ain't watching him, and he's pretending God ain't in his radius. His mind was twisted every day, he was molested, he's accepted, that's the way he is. His dad abandoned him, his mom's a lesbian, his church is praying out one day he gets it. Who gon' teach him how to be a dad? Who gon' teach him how to love his wife and kids and be the man that homie never had? Are we doing it? Are we about the Great Commission, sitting in the church doing mass? Talking about how bad it is, our activism rarely gets beyond the stained glass. We don't really get it, why they out there living with the thing tough. Big dreams trying to get the green up. And I try to tell them they can't take it with them, but they trying to die like the king tut. I'm sick of prison ripping families apart. The world is broken and we need a restart. I'm sick of dealers killing family for money. We wanna fix it, gotta get to the heart. We know the enemy is out there robbing, stealing. Will we intervene or will we sit inside the church? Interceding for the inner city, but won't lift a finger, that be getting on my nerve. If we follow Jesus, he is our example. One day we gon' have to get on down to earth. Live with people while we show them Jesus. If we say we love him, we'll keep giving when it hurts. They always asking when the tour is. I know they really.
Yeah. Yeah. That was first time Brent seeing that that ad.
best part of waking
It
up.
up is Folgers in the Marrio Esco live cup with Gil Vargas and Brent
And
Tavares.
he said Folgers without any check.
Even though
and
my
a little
name
bit
ain't
of
on it.
tequila so she doesn't know his face.
And a little bit of tequila. Wow.
No, that was That was wrong.
So she doesn't know what the Folgers fake.
That was off of
It was actually
skit
Bustelo.
from something else.
It wasn't.
So that track was on
It
God.
wasn't Folgers. It was actually Bustelo.
Jarrell, produced by Mr. 808 and X Halo. Label Freedom Music Group. Go check out Jarrell. That was a single. I don't know if that was off an album, but go check out Jarrell.
That was a cool vibe.
Shout out to the Prayer Plug, of course. We love you for the plug.
That track went hard though.
Fire. So what we got here? Jared Sanders.
Yeah.
All in. You see the music video?
Got over money.
Yeah.
I did.
It's definitely great quality. The dances are dope. Like it's a great production.
So he
And
just
the song
released
is
this
fire,
yesterday? It's a single that he released?
I didn't
It's
see
not,
the release
Is
date.
there
To be
Maybe
honest
Friday?
with you.
Most people.
it said
release stuff
third.
on-
When was the third?
Oh,
Yesterday.
that was yesterday.
So he just released it yesterday. He had a bunch of dances in it. Dope swag, dope style.
Mhm.
He switched up the style, first verse, second verse. So what stood out to you, Brent?
Yo.
What are you going
Yo.
to do?
Gil, Gil, you can get right into this. Yeah,
What are you going to do?
Mario thinks he's slick, yo.
He's foul.
Thinks he's slick.
all kinds of. He,
got that-
actually
he
fell
got
off
that-
his chair.
he got that comb
He
over.
fell off his chair.
Where's your
Dang.
asthma pump, bro? He hurt his hip.
It's a good thing Brent brought the gun so he can
this
shoot
dude
himself
did
with the
not
massage
say-
gun.
Yo,
This dude did not say. What do you Yo, do that again, Gil. Please do that again, man.
What are you going to do?
Oh my goodness. That is a button where I need to record you saying that, and that needs to be.
well, it already
a
is
button.
recorded, isn't it?
What are you going to do?
Yeah,
that
'cause
is
he looked-
such. Oh my goodness.
This
Thank
dude's
you,
always
Gil.
trying to set me up.
Fire.
I know, that's why I said it.
Fire. So what are our thoughts on this, man?
So, I'll
so
say
Brent,
what stood out to me was like he used two different styles in one song.
I was gonna say Brent was supposed to.
So he did a trap, like like straight up trap style, mumble rap style,
do you
and
go
then
to
he
do?
went right into a lyrical, more like boom bap style. So I thought that was kind of dope.
Yeah, I like
He
to see the
segued
variety.
and then he segued.
Segweed.
He segued towards the end.
So, oh wow, what does that mean? Is that like a diss on mumble rap or?
No,
Oh, no,
he
that's-
actually
At the end, he went East
yeah,
Coast
he
boom
went
bap.
East-
So you felt like he
Yeah,
backtracked.
Yep. Aha. Light bulb.
Well, according to what's popping right now,
So
yeah.
you felt-
he did.
oh. Well,
Segweed.
Segwee. Because right now, what's prevalent is trap. That's
I love
Nah,
it.
I like
Just
the
the
fact
fact.
that he could switch it up and show some variety.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite CHH artists.
Are you serious about that?
Yeah. I just like
This
I
What
like
would
the
you
way he
rate
comes
one
up.
of your favorite.
where would you rate him?
CHH
Top
artists.
10, top
Because
5?
I asked you about his project, and you were like,
When did you ask me about his project?
I asked you about the song.
Mario, I sent you the link.
Yo, Mario
But you're
is
supposed to.
why are
He
you
trying to
getting-
put me
why
on
you
Front
getting
Street.
Brent? Why are you
Supposed to
getting on
nail
Brent?
it out the park,
He's
man.
mad because I got more.
He sent you the link. He's like, I thought you didn't know about him. How is it that I sent you the
Listen,
link?
All right. So you're a fan of.
Yeah, I mean, I like the way he raps.
So do you think that his statement is true that God Over Money is Suicide Squad? Like the Christian.
He didn't even
Why you
say that.
laughing?
Suicide
He didn't say
I mean,
that.
not Suicide Squad. I'm sorry, my bad. What's the name of the group?
Yeah, Suicide Squad.
Jeez.
No, you know what I'm talking
Well,
about.
stop hitting me.
Maybe they should be the Suicide Squad.
Yes, stop, bro.
You're
Ah,
fine.
man.
What's it?
They were supposed to be the modern day Slaughterhouse.
There you go.
No, the Christian hip hop version of
The Christian-
Slaughterhouse.
Yeah, the Christian version.
Sammy!
Well, even modern day fits.
Sammy!
Christianity seems to be the
Yo,
a trend
legit,
right now.
real talk,
Yeah.
100%.
yo.
So he asked a
Christianity is
question.
on trend.
He
Go
asked
ahead,
a question,
my bad.
and then he's just wilding out.
Yeah, because that's so messed up, man. That's not
What's
even right.
messed up?
I didn't do that on purpose. So God Over Money, that wasn't like a made up like stupid diss. Slaughterhouse.
Bro,
Slaughterhouse.
That's what they were
Okay.
saying.
You think that they're Slaughterhouse?
of Christian hip hop,
Yeah.
Slaughterhouse is Slaughterhouse. God Over Money's God Over Money.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
not
it
even
is.
fair to make the comparison.
I just don't even
because
think
it's
they match
one
up
talks
style-wise.
That
about
is
crazy
so
stuff.
dope.
Another
I
one
love
talks
that
about
response.
God. Like you can't.
Yeah.
It's not even fair to compare them.
Wow, and you got backup, brother. I feel like I'm against y'all.
Yeah, I
What
don't
do you
think you can compare.
You- Just
But I see what
came
I see
in
what
with
they,
his just
I see what they
bold,
go
like,
from like a whole cruise perspective, and they're together.
they're saying
a lot,
in
they rap a
comparison
lot.
with that genre and this one, I guess. Well, it's the same genre, right? I mean, I don't know, subgenre.
Well, I think
So in secular hip hop, this is them, and we're the Christian hip hop of that. That's what they're.
as far
well,
as like
even content though.
Did-
Even if
wasn't
they
it
didn't-
this dude that
even
said
if there
it?
wasn't a classification of Christian
on.
hip hop
Hold on.
and hip hop,
First question.
even the content of what they're talking about is completely different. 'Cause
Wasn't
there's
it
factions in hip hop?
wasn't it Jared Sanders that said it?
Said what?
That was it him who said that we are like the slaughterhouse of CHH or
the
whatever.
Christian hip hop version of Slaughterhouse.
Is that what he said?
I think it was, but I don't want to misquote anybody. I think it was him.
Can we verify somehow? Was it? Do we have?
We-
Hey,
we-
cameraman.
we need a backup researcher.
Hey,
Assistant producer.
can we
Google
verify?
it,
We need to hire
Yeah.
somebody.
Verify.
Can you verify? If
Anyway,
Jared Sanders said,
anyway,
Did he compare?
I don't
did he
even.
compare himself to Slaughterhouse?
I don't think the style
We're
matches
going
up
to-
either way. The style doesn't match up. But as
said
far as
anyway.
like a whole crew and they have more. I think they have more street appeal than most Christian hip hop artists. So like I get where
That's
they're coming
Brent's. That's Brent's politically correct saying that they're the hoodest ones out.
from. No,
They're the
that.
most hood.
That's why I like them.
Them boys hood.
Nah, I just aside from that, I'm feeling him as a rapper. I like a lot of those.
I guess if
brothers.
somebody made the statement on the side, like a fan or something, made a statement like, "Oh, the comparison, like they do with everybody else, same thing with Lecrae and everybody else." And F, we all know. I don't even have to say the comparison. We all automatically know what that is. I guess if a fan said that, then it would be like, "Oh yeah, I get where you're coming from."
So Mario, if it
But if I was to
if
compare
it is
myself,
the comparison, if it is the comparison,
I'm
is
the
it
this
far
or
off?
that.
Is it far off or close to the comparison?
It's close.
CJ
I wouldn't doubt.
Slaughterhouse?
I wouldn't doubt that. I know what he's saying. That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm
I
saying.
understand it.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. I wouldn't have
Compared them?
expressed it. Like I wouldn't have said it. Would have just
Yeah.
let it. I don't know. I don't know the context behind it. I don't know what it's about. My understanding, I'm like, it just sounds like somebody just said, I'm like this. So for me, in my in my way of thinking, I'm like, I
Right.
wouldn't have said it.
I think they
don't know.
got to do
But-
a whole.
But I can understand.
I think they got to do a whole group record now, though. That he said that.
What do you mean?
All of them rapping.
Oh, so
Like
so
like
it was
God Over Money
promo?
album.
It was like a promo. Like,
I
yo,
don't know
this
if it was
is
a
like the
promo.
slaughterhouse, but for y'all. No,
Come
I'm
on,
not.
bro.
No, I'm not.
Stop.
No, I'm not
I hope
dissing.
he didn't say it.
I'm not.
like that.
No. But
No,
you
but
understand what I mean. By
With
that.
him
This is
saying
kind
that,
of like Slaughterhouse,
No.
but it ain't. But it's for y'all. Okay.
It's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
what are you trying to
It's
say?
kind of like a secular
Mario?
joint, but it ain't because it's kind of Christian. So you know what?
Why
Check
you
it out because
adding
it's for
all these
y'all.
other things to what I just said. That's like mad additional things to that.
Now that has been said,
Because it all sounds exactly the same.
now that it has been said, I'm thinking maybe they should do a group album with all of them on it.
Oh, maybe that's the hint.
If that,
Yeah.
well, that could be.
Or maybe
but
it's the
I have no idea.
maybe it's the drop of a manipulation.
I really hope.
Just
I really.
a little
Oh, you try to manipulate him.
Is this dude trying to
No,
deep dive
no,
with
no.
his no? He trying to deep dive with his no water.
no,
Oh,
no. What I'm saying is like he's trying to,
he's like, come get your pizza. No, actually, it's a tortilla
Come get
with
your
some
lemonade.
sausage on it. You know, just playing.
He's
That's
like,
not
come
really
get your
what-
lemonade.
it is dirty water. You're
Entrepreneur.
fine.
Actually, it's
You're
just some
foul.
water with yellow food coloring.
Nah. What I mean is, maybe it's him dropping some Easter eggs and hinting at something that's coming down the line.
It's
I don't
possible.
know. Maybe
I
that's what
hope
he's
so.
doing.
That'd be dope.
That would be dope.
That'd be a dope project.
And not only that, I think it should go further than that. And I think that factions should do more things together instead of just within that circle, like Reach doing
Reach is
projects.
They are
with
working
Reach.
on a project.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
with
saying?
Reach.
Yeah.
God Over
They're
Money.
right now
when they
working
do
on a
collaborative projects, it's all God Over
And-
Money
Yeah, that'd be
project.
dope.
And I
Yeah,
think
bro.
It would be
Maybe he's
dope if
hinting at
Reach
his
and God
project.
Over Money did something, or
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
you mean collaborating within groups?
yeah, like different factions collaborating together.
Like have them intentionally beef? Like
no,
Avengers
not
or
even
something?
beef. Just do a collaboration
And then have them
album.
combine together? And they do a
And-
music video with like all of them
And
running
all
to
their
each other.
powers combine, and they form a CHH.
Voltron.
Somebody's throwing some mega powers.
Wow.
No?
Wow.
No?
Go, Spirit Rangers.
He's just hating because it ain't mumble.
What happened?
He's hating because it ain't mumble. He can't even talk.
If we add the mumble group,
Yo.
You gotta add the.
Oh, that's
well,
mad
they would
funny.
fit because it's like the putties. Because putties didn't really talk. They were
That
like,
is mad
You took it there.
funny.
You took it there.
Yo, what they need to do, you know what God Over Money needs? If they were like an Avengers,
yeah.
they would need the Black Widow.
Oh,
all right.
he said weed.
Terrible.
He said weeded it.
Terrible.
It was terrible.
I don't get no points.
Okay, it would have been smooth
I don't get
if
no
you
points.
didn't do
Dad, I thought I
if
was
you
gonna
didn't do
get
the end of a
points.
commercial look. The
Goodness. It was supposed to be. Give me I was missing the sparkle in the
for
tail.
real. If you would have did that live, that would have been perfect.
He was like,
The Colgate.
And then there was Black Widow.
Ba-ting.
and he did the.
Give me a high five. Yeah. We end the show like that.
In midair.
It goes zones out like that.
You still ain't even segued yet.
All right, we
still haven't
segued.
segued.
Yo, Black Widow.
That's gonna be crazy.
That's what
gonna
God
be
Over
crazy.
Money needs. They need a Black Widow.
What?
Yeah.
Terrible segue. You made it worse.
Bro,
How did you make it worse?
What, you been fasting?
I'm saying they need a female. Don't think they don't got a female in their camp.
Yeah,
they do.
No, they
Do
don't.
they?
I think so.
No,
No,
they
they do not.
No, they don't.
God Over Money does not have a female in their camp.
I think they do.
What?
Please prove me wrong on
Oh,
that.
come on. That's something.
That
worth
is
looking
poor.
up
You know
right
what?
now.
If they
You go.
do that, it's
You
poor
do, 'cause
promo.
you can type without
Shame
looking.
on you, God Over Money. I can't believe you. That is. Do they have?
Stop.
That would be fire. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
Black Widow. Let's talk about it. Gil's doing research.
I'm a
Let's talk about
researcher.
Black Widow.
Yo, did you
She's
see
gonna
the
kill
trailer?
a lot of people.
God
She's gonna deal with her past issues. She needs the Lord.
He's breaking it. He's breaking it down.
She's gonna ride a motorcycle or two.
They
She's gonna
do
put-
have a
she's gonna-
female
she's gonna-
artist.
Do they
Her hair's
really?
gonna wave.
AI, the anomaly.
Yo, I'm foul.
Wow.
How do
That's
I not
crazy.
know this, bro? I've been unplugged
See,
from
Brent's
the
on his
Matrix.
grind. Brent's on.
If he's on
that's
his
why
grind,
we're
he
gonna do a
should've
hip
known
hop
who it
corner
was.
with Brent.
I know. I
What?
should have my own hip hop.
Hip hop
You
corner
should,
with
bro.
Brent.
You need a full. I was trying to serve you up a segment.
No, you wasn't.
You slapped it out of
But
my
it
hand.
needs
Straight
to
lying
be-
on air.
He needs to have his
I
own
did. I
segment.
tried to serve
but the
you up a
sound needs to
segment.
be as corny as possible. Like, you know, those old school, like back in the day.
And he comes
radio
in like
sound
Mr.
segues,
Rogers. He comes in like the hood, Mr. Rogers.
Pictures like that.
He got a cigar. He got a cigar in his mouth. Won't you be mine?
Would you be? my
Won't you
neighbor?
be
And I'll have a fedora.
my neighbor?
But yeah,
What
man.
was her name?
I
What
guess
was her name?
congratulations to God Over Money. I didn't know you signed
Oh,
a
that's
female
my fault,
artist.
bro. Wow.
Do
AI.
a little
the
applause
anomaly.
over there. Do a little
Yes.
applause for the
Applause
female
to you.
artist.
Fire. My
Applause to
fault.
you.
Need to see more of
Foot
that.
in mouth.
Applause
My
to you.
fault. Y'all were right. I was wrong. Shame on me for not knowing my stuff.
It's crazy.
See how it backfires real quick?
See how it backfires?
All right, dope.
Foot in mouth.
Lesson learned. Creative tip. Here's some gems.
Creative tip
Cool.
of the day. If you're a journalist, do your research.
All right. Learn by example.
Learn by example. This is right now a car accident happening at Do You See It?
So is this? Does this take place after they went back in time and reversed engineered everything and
No,
then killed
this is
Thanos and then
before
everything went
everything.
back
This
over?
is an origin story.
This is origin.
Okay,
yeah.
so this is her
she
beginning.
died.
So this is like
She
a movie
died.
that's supposed to come out.
She dead.
Is
No,
this-
this is. I think this, in my opinion, this is their way of introducing the new Black Widow because they just lost right now without a Black Widow. So
so the sister.
yeah, no, not the sister, but the
Yay.
girl that she trained with, who basically
The
is
sister.
another Black Widow. No, it's not. They're not related.
She called her sister in the trailer.
Yeah, because they came from the same orphanage basically and were raised together.
Gotcha.
They were
So they're
brainwashed
sister
together.
assassins.
Yeah,
Brainwashed
Sister
it.
assassin.
Yeah.
So she's the one that takes
and
over.
especially because they're Russian, so it's like sister,
My
My sister.
brother.
Since you got some practice in earlier, go ahead. Might as well.
No, I'm
keep
just
it-
saying
They kill
Keep
you
it going.
with the
because that's how they talk
Kalashnikov.
about each other. It's
Yeah.
the brotherhood.
Okay.
So.
Continue. I want to. What else did they?
I'm
say?
excited about it though. The movie looks fire. It looks
Man,
super,
you're not
super fire.
stepping up. You're not podcasting, or you just like, yo, I just want
Mario
to get
thought that
through
was
this
gonna
real
go
quick.
somewhere else.
I thought so. I thought we were gonna have fun with it.
Oh, you really
Russian.
wanted me to do the blood?
I wanted you to have fun, man. I thought,
The Russian.
I thought we were here to have a good time.
He wanted to hit the Russian accent
Won't you be mine?
and to give her the Kalishnikov to shoot everyone in the movie from the motorcycle.
From the motorcycle.
Yes.
That he give you enough. I drink too
Thank
much
you.
vodka. Too much
Thank
vodka.
you.
Have a good day.
I don't drink vodka because
Points for
I am
Brent.
a born again believer.
Thank you. Well,
I don't touch the stuff.
I can't. I'm not even gonna try. I want to.
Born again
I'm a
believer.
born again believer.
You
And
sound
if
like
you
the guy that does Ali
If you
G.
don't believe me, I'll break you.
You sound like Boris. What's his name?
Believe in Jesus or I'll break you.
That's
Break your back.
That's a way to speak to the community. Baptize them in back
Like
breaks.
Russians always
It's-
evil
it's a
somehow.
back
even,
break.
even giving the gospel,
A
they're
back
evil.
break right before you go into the water. Turn, repent, believe.
And that is how we baptize you in the name
break
the Father, the bang,
of Mother Russia.
He said, no, when you're down
and the
low,
Holy Spirit.
the Lord will break you. So I break you before I baptize
Why
you.
is it?
Before I baptize.
Why is it that Steel character from X-Men that's doing it? Like, why is he the one baptizing and breaking people's backs?
Can we get down to business?
Man.
Business.
Dope. So yeah, Black Widow.
Yeah, man. Black Widow's
Black
going to be
Widow.
fantastic.
Black
We're not
Widow.
a critiquing show, so
yeah,
you're not,
Black
you're not
Widow's
going to
gonna
hear.
be dope.
It
You
looks
know,
crazy.
so it looks dope. It looks
Yeah.
like Brent already broke it down.
A lot of
Like an
action
honest, one of
in
those
the
honest
movie.
trailer
Lot of
reviews. Go ahead, do it again.
Speed,
What
high
was it?
chases.
There's gonna be fast speed, high chases, motorcycles,
It's
a lot of
basically
action.
The female
moving.
Fast and Furious.
The female fast. I did get a Fast
Vroom.
and Furious type
Vroom.
vibe. I did.
Why would anybody just be like, vroom?
She go real fast. in the
Just
movie.
go.
Vroom.
Because I can say it.
That's
She
not.
goes real fast.
Do you ask that at like the car dealership? Like, is that how they ask?
What?
Like, does it vroom? Like,
Yes, you talk
Does
like
it-
that
does
when
it-
you go get the car. Yes, I'd
does
like
it
to
vroom?
buy this car for
yo,
20,000.
we are about to get a visit from the Black Widow pretty soon. If we
One of
keep,
these days-
if we keep going, like,
I want to. I
she
just
gonna
want
come
to
after us.
buy a car that way. I want to buy the vroom. The
She go-
vroom.
I go real fast down the street.
That's what I want to buy. The vroom.
The vroom. Does this come with a vroom stick?
I want the vroom 2019.
It was like half Russian, half Italian.
Is it?
Hey, I blend.
He's a mix.
What kind
Like,
of gasoline do you put in this thing?
I pulled in the petrol.
Let's keep it moving.
Oh man.
No, but yeah. But I want to see
Dope.
it. You guys
Yeah.
gonna see it?
I mean,
when
if
it's
you're
on
an event,
Redbox.
if you're like a Marvel fan,
I'm a huge Marvel fan.
you're gonna see it. They'll probably put it out on Disney Plus. Right?
yeah,
They don't have everything.
Eventually.
Do they have everything on Disney Plus? I feel
Yeah.
like this
All
movie's
the,
missing.
as far as the
Do
Marvel
I feel like this
movies-
movie's missing? I feel like this
in the
stuff
Marvel
missing.
movies?
Yo, did you watch
Is
The
it the-
Mandalorian yet?
Not yet. I want to.
Is that on Disney Plus?
Yeah,
What is it
I
called?
want to.
The
I've heard a lot
Mandalorian?
about- I heard a lot about it.
Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian.
So
is
he
tight,
said
bro.
to watch that one too.
It's
Yep.
tight,
so
bro.
maybe
I
we
heard
gotta
that's
dive into
fire.
some Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian is tight. And
Is this related to Is this a Marvel?
Nah, Star Wars.
Okay, Star Wars. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
so this is about.
It's the
Oh,
bou-
this is
the
about the
bounty
bounty
hunter?
hunter.
Yeah, the bounty hunter.
Mandalorian. They got
See,
like a
I
code.
stayed away from that because I know that you don't like. Okay, you don't
She
want me to
gonna
put it out
change your mind.
there.
Good.
Well, you don't like Star Wars, Sammy?
Okay, hey, there you go. There goes Gil.
Hey, but I'm not a huge fan of Star Wars either. Like, I'm not like. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's made like
Which
the
is
newest
most-
stuff. It's made to look old, but it's
Yeah.
still like the newest stuff. It's not. And then they got CGI in there. It's fire, bro.
So it's
dope.
the Star Wars mumble rap version.
Like, to me, like, I see it as a movie, but other people see it as like their culture. Like,
The
you
newer
know what I mean?
version.
Like,
bro.
their
What's
it's
in
their
and popping.
everything. You know, they
What evolved?
they buy the stuff and
Yo.
they got the memorabilia in
And
the
they
house.
answer
like,
each other
I'm
in
not
that
like
terminology. Yes, my young Padawan.
Yo,
Yo,
there's
Yes,
some
your
people
kid's
who
like,
actually
Daddy,
know the
Daddy.
languages.
Yes, my young Padawan.
come on. man.
Yeah,
Yes.
bro. Put
Bro.
it like this for the newer movies. I know people who actually know the language of the Avatar movie, the aliens, the blue alien people. What was it? What
Are
was
you
it called?
are you telling me that you know
Wow.
people who actually can speak the language? Is that what you
Yes.
just said?
bro? Like,
man.
there's fans
That's
of these
insane.
films
Maybe I shouldn't say that. No, that made
like the another one, the Hobbit movie, whatever, the elf language.
their own.
That's
There you
crazy.
go.
Man.
They could actually
judge that.
speak
Abandoned
Elven,
ship.
and same with Star Wars.
maybe
There's
it's,
people who can
maybe
speak
there's-
some of the languages.
Maybe
in
there's
Star
jobs
Wars.
for it.
Like, can you speak Klingon?
Maybe
Yeah.
It'd be like,
dude,
I
maybe
never wanna see it.
they cast
never
it.
wanna see
Maybe
it.
they cast it that way.
because I will not.
How
be
do you
able
know
to-
that someone didn't have a a B-roll
some of
shot?
it kills me though because they talk to like the little like
Like you can't.
interplanetary beings. He's like,
Yo, but the crazy thing about it though,
yeah,
with
some
women,
cracks me
what
up.
made me even say that is like, can you believe like these movies actually create
Oh,
these
man.
languages for the
Facts.
movie?
That's
Like they
dope.
have linguists come
Yeah.
in and
That's
create
dope.
languages,
That's crazy.
and that's how
dope.
these people end up learning them because they like keep studying the movie.
They got transcripts.
They write it down and they completely try to build their own alphabet.
when you have people that have
that's
that
fans
sense of
like
pride
crazy.
in what they create and they have the money and the budget to create these things,
Yeah,
that's what you get.
facts.
You get people trying to strive to build an actual world. It's like they're almost like gods of this universe. They can create their own stories and have people actually inspired by these stories and dress up in characters for movies and stuff like that. That's crazy,
In public.
bro.
For real.
They dress in
That's
public.
like,
There's people that follow that
wow.
dress like that in public.
Wow, these people are invested in what they
Yeah.
what
They're
they
like,
work on.
Yo,
Yo.
slightly off topic, but sort
That's
of
crazy.
on topic. Yo, have you guys seen the movies that made us on Netflix?
No, I seen the
No,
one
Toys That
not
Made
yet.
Us?
that
No.
made us.
That's dope too. But they have the new one is the movies that made us, and they basically go into all the like old movies that were like blockbusters, and they were movies that were unexpected.
Hmm.
Like they never thought that they would actually make as big of a splash as they did.
Like,
So I
which
think
one?
they covered Die Hard because when it first
Oh,
filmed,
that was terrible.
Bruce Willis wasn't
Home
known
Alone.
as an action star. So that already had a negative vibe. Because in that time we had like the Arnold Schwarzeneggers.
Sylvester.
We had the
Stallone.
Sylvester Stallone.
Yep.
They were all in tip top shape.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis came in as a regular Joe Schmo.
dad. He had the dad body. He was
Dad
just
bod.
a regular 9-to-5 worker.
And they talk about all that, and they also did Home Alone. They did a whole bunch of them. But the cool thing about it is that they all had similar stories, like people who believed in this product, but the majority of the people didn't. And until it got released and literally changed the world,
Yo.
because now those
Hold
movies
up.
are now
Are you
staples.
talking about the Star Wars thing
Which one?
in movies that made us? Wasn't there?
Well, that one was one too.
It was
That one was the toys that made us, but they also referenced it too.
Oh, okay.
Star Wars. But yeah, a lot of these movies that were blockbusters, Home Alone, Die Hard. They mentioned they did
The Last Dragon?
Oh, Dirty Dancing. They also
Yeah.
went into that one.
My mother used to watch that.
few
movie
other
all the
ones.
time.
But they all had opposition. All of them were like, "This is not going to work. This is trash. This is dumb. This is a stupid movie or whatever." And they just kept pushing forward and pushing forward. And when it got released, it literally changed cultures.
wow.
Because now Home Alone is a staple.
Yeah.
You think about Christmas, you think about
you gotta
Home
watch
Alone.
Home Alone.
That's like, you talk about dancing, Dirty Dancing is literally one of the first movies that
Didn't
you'll
they say
mention.
Die Hard was a Christmas movie?
Yo, Die Hard is considered a Christmas
bad, my
movie,
bad.
and it's
Is
not.
it Die-
But
Terrible.
because it was filmed in the winter,
Terrible movie nonetheless.
I'm like, unbelievable. But like all the stories behind it are super interesting.
man.
Well,
And
speaking of Netflix, isn't there a new series on Netflix called Intergalactic?
Wow. Look at this guy.
where are you going with this? Where are you going with this, Brent?
That's a segue,
Segwee.
Wow. Look at how this guy brought it, man.
bro.
Ah,
You talking about Kid
very,
Cudi's?
very spicy.
Kid
You-
Cudi.
You talking about
Yeah,
Kid
Kid Cudi,
Cudi's
yeah.
upcoming album?
I thought that was pretty genius. He basically created a album and now is also doing an animated series
Well-
to go with his album.
There's a producer of the series, Kenya Barris is her name. And she was talking about that she produces 30-minute episodes that go hand in hand with the songs in his
Mhm.
project.
That's crazy.
I'm just
So
I'm
it's like a
interested in that
collaboration between
from a
himself
artistic point of view.
musically and then this producer,
Yeah.
Kenya
That's real
Barris.
interesting.
They're collabing. It's a collaborative
Mhm.
effort,
Mm.
which I think is dope. I don't know how that works with. I think Netflix outright buys everything.
Well,
I don't know
knows
if there's residuals with it.
because you also have to think about she signed over her intellectual property. Like
I'm trying to figure out how
so-
do they count? Do they count his music that's now involved with these series as some sort of sales? Does that go toward?
It's probably a lump sum. that he
It
got
has to be.
probably got paid. Hey, would you want to write a soundtrack for this for a lump sum?
Oh, so
This
they
is-
were like, we're gonna
yeah.
take you, but they probably it's gonna be available everywhere else, right?
Yeah.
So it's not
Yeah.
just on the
Yeah.
Netflix show. It's also you could buy it
it'll
and stream it.
eventually be available somewhere else.
Unless the deal is a Netflix special, like a Netflix
so then it's an
original.
outright one.
Yeah, they own
Here you
it.
go, we own it.
Yeah.
Here's what we're paying you for.
If it's Netflix original,
I don't know if that's a smart move. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. If I have like millions
like
of
the deal-
dollars in front
so
of
like
me,
for an
I
example-
might be like, oh, this is smart.
so for like the-
okay, take it. But I don't know in his position, like how that would make sense financially, because in the end, you want some sort of residual to come back with that.
But it depends, because if they pay you a huge amount of money, I mean, it just depends. So, like for an example, Dave Chappelle, the first one that he recently did with Netflix, this Netflix special, he literally filmed that on his own dollar. He had that already filmed like in his archive, and wanted some money and sold it to Netflix.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you can make more of that,
Mhm.
why not just sell it? You know what I
Yep.
mean? Just make a quick buck.
You have your own
And they
production
paid him
crew
a
come in.
lot. It wasn't no
I
quick
guess-
I
buck.
think it was $55 million for 4
Yes.
episodes.
For 4 episodes of something he already filmed. So it wasn't even like Netflix was like, all right, we'll film it and we're paying you this amount of money, you know, but they did a lot of the work. So it makes sense that they make most of the money. No, he filmed it himself. He already had it. There were tapes he already had.
I think all of them were. I think one or two of them are fairly recent, and there was like 2 of them that were archived or something like that.
Yeah, the first one, the very first
Yeah.
one
Oh,
that
so
he
he's
first
throwing,
did
he's
with
throwing
Netflix.
Yeah.
some
After
older
his whole
projects.
hiatus that he
Right.
was gone, the first one he did with Netflix, that one he was like, I just had that, and I made a $55 million. It's like must be nice to look in
Mhm.
your archive and be like,
I
I'm
think-
just gonna sell.
I
this
think they
real
gave
quick.
Eddie Murphy $60 million
That's
to
crazy.
do like 5 things.
That's
4
crazy.
or 5.
But nowadays, because we live in an age where it's all monetizing and residual income, that's the game that everyone's trying to shift into. So I don't know what Netflix's end game is. Like what are they going to eventually do? Because if everyone starts getting into monetizing, and as an artist, I can make long-term more
Mhm.
than a fixed amount that you're just trying to take my creativity. I just invested all this money into this. You're going to make money way long-term because of one of my pieces of content is on your site, and somebody is paying, even though it's not just for my content alone.
Yeah.
Somebody's paying you with my content on there every single month.
Well, it's possible that they probably worked out.
Maybe it's a
residual-
deadline. Like, okay, you can have this on here from now until
It
whatever.
gets deregulated after
Yeah.
a certain amount of time.
I wonder if you have
I
to
guess whatever
re-
their contractual agreements are. You know what I
Facts.
mean? Whatever they agree to is what they agree to.
Would you recommend, like, okay, so yeah.
That's the
we
thing.
can-
It's hard.
we can
It's
only
hard to speculate
here. Yeah,
because
facts,
we
facts,
can't see a
facts.
contract in front of
True.
us to try to
True,
read
but
it.
we can speculate and then come up with things that people may have not thought of.
Yeah.
And now they're like, shoot, yeah. Matter of
Well,
fact,
I know that it's common.
I didn't think of that.
When you have a product that can be easily distributed like that, like multiple times, and just completely fabricated and repeat and just do that. Most of the time, the smart thing to do is to ask for like a residual on per unit. You know what I mean? So you can make a percentage off of every sale. So if let's say the album is $20, you'll be like, yo, I want, even if it's like 5%. If you sell over 300,000 units, you're still making 5 cents out of that 300,000 of sales. So even a small percentage is still something. So those are deals that you can work in to your overall one lump sum. Like, all right, cool. You're giving me this lump sum, but I would like at least, since it's my intellectual property that you're going to be continuously making money over forever, I would like to have at least a 5% share off each residual purchase or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
There's tons of options on how you can structure
It's just
a deal.
I mean,
Whether you have to have the buying power, though. I mean, not the buying power, the negotiating power. So
Right.
if it's in your favor,
or
you can ask for a
or you
lot
just-
more.
Well, if they're
in their
approaching
case-
you, they want something from you.
Facts.
either that or you just have to have the commodity power. Because back then, it'd be a production company pursuing, let's say, Eddie Murphy. Hey, Eddie, I got this idea for a movie. You want to be in it? We could pay this much. We could pay that. Now Eddie Murphy's like, I got this. I got this. I got this.
Mm.
Make me an offer.
Yep.
It's a little bit different. The game's a little
Royalties
bit
is what I
different.
meant
Yeah,
to say.
the royalties too. So yeah, What if you're a hot commodity? You're gonna have more leverage in this day and age because
Yep.
things are more transparent too.
Yeah. And I mean, there's stories about it throughout, music history where once artists got to a certain point, they started telling the labels, I want to own my masters. And they're able to do that because if you're generating that label millions of dollars, you can negotiate.
You have to know your stuff. You need to invest in the right lawyers and the right team.
True.
But it's a reality that even the top-notch artists that, I have blown up and that are very successful, they've been played. So what do you think they're doing to everybody else? You know what I'm saying? Like when you're coming into the game, just know they're trying to play you.
So imagine
right off the jump.
So imagine
how
complex the deal is that this dude is doing with another producer that is a whole nother element because now it's visuals that she's creating, but she's using his music with it. So it's like, how do you really accurately break all that down?
It's probably,
what I'm saying? And be even because they're both intellectual properties. You know what I'm saying?
It is tricky, bro.
It's very tricky.
I've experienced some of that stuff
for real,
firsthand. It's not a pretty thing.
So that's what I mean. It's difficult just you by yourself.
When you have certain parties that are not in agreement
or more,
and you didn't plan ahead and you didn't strategize and weren't as clear as possible, you could run into some really sticky, nasty situations.
Facts, yeah.
You got to make sure everything's clear. You got to make sure you know what you're doing, what you're getting into.
I think the deal was genius.
Cover your bases.
I think the deal was genius. I think it was.
I think it's a brilliant idea. Like I'm thinking, like, you know what? This is a great way to cross promote each other.
Yeah.
And I think that was the concept. I think the producer actually enjoyed some of his music because she even said something like around the lines where try to say so each song will have a 30-minute narrative that kind of explains what that song is about. And it's a love story. It's a youthful love story told through Cudi's music. So it sounds like she's even invested in that concept as well.
Yeah.
Sounds like she's like, yo, this is obviously.
And this is a prime example of things that I would love to see.
But it sounds like it's a mutual thing. It's a mutual thing between two. Yeah, you're talking like a
partnership,
a director, like a film director that's like, man, I would love to take one of these artists and then maybe one of these producers and then they could collab. That's, you know what? That's a fact. We need more of that.
That's what I mean. I see this more, and I see this like, animator or producer come to, or I don't know how it happened.
I love that.
The fact that she's willing to create art and use her art to better interpret his art.
And they're both winning.
That's fire.
They both come together to win. Instead of like, oh, you want this soundtrack on my series that I'm putting on Netflix?
Well, you're gonna have to
pay me, and then they fight. But she worked out a way where they both benefit. They both come up on top. They share mutually in the investment behind this thing, and they both want to make it succeed. And they come into this thing with everything they got to make it move forward. Man, if we had a lot of that, bro.
Yeah.
Man, if we had directors and film videographers and everyone that wasn't just about their pockets, you know what I'm saying? Just come together and just create some magic, man. You see what you could do with an iPhone. Like, just come together and like get a team together and just collaborate and make magic happen, man. And then when the money flows in through that, hopefully you guys have an understanding moving forward on what you're doing, whatever project you're doing. I'm saying come together to collaborate instead of being quick to, you film mine first and then off you go. Here's your services. See you later.
That's a fact, man.
Some of the most epic movies that we have right now were made from passion projects. Directors that invested all they had into something and they weren't looking for something in return. They just wanted to create this thing.
Yo, and if you're an artist, man, and somebody reaches out to you, it's important to remember that we were all at one point in a place where we were just starting out, and that building process starts there too. Like in the ones that are just trying to get where you at and are trying to learn and grind. You know what I mean? Paying attention to all the walks. You know what I'm saying? Especially those that are just trying to come up, and never act like you're just too big of an artist to work with people. Because I've reached out to artists and just like, yo, I would love to build. And no response, and no kind of like, I'm too busy, nothing, just comes straight ignored. And this right here, this perfect example, if people just saw people for people and just created and the goal was just to make something dope, you know what I mean? Like it would happen. But I think it's a lot of ego. I think it's a lot of like, pride.
You know what it takes?
Vain pursuits.
It takes an individual. Like You think about the Bible, right? And then you think about judges, for example. He rose up judges. He rose up an individual that he gave a specific task to free his people or from oppression, right? He rose up these judges, right? Am I wrong in this? Follow me. So what I'm saying is sometimes it takes an individual to do that. It's not an assigned duty to every person. It's not like, oh, artist, you have to go work with him, or oh, producer, you need to be the one. Sometimes it's a call just for one individual to get that inspiration, and he's the one that God uses to bring all the others together.
I think those opportunities are popping up more for CHH artists. Like Swoop was in the JBL commercial, which makes them more accessible to more people, more artists,
opportunities, more artists, more.
I think Lecrae does the intro for SportsCenter on ESPN.
Yep.
And I remember Cannon had like a segment, a rap on ESPN as well. So people getting hip to it, you know, like I remember back in the day where it was just mostly Cross Movement and Lamp Mode and some other cats here and there, and it was on the lowest of lows, you know what I mean, as far as exposure. So maybe that we'll see that in the future. Maybe we'll see some actual Christian like companies that are like
Kanye West now. So I mean, I mean, it's game over now.
We need more Christian companies. But we have Kanye now.
That argument.
We got Tyler Perry.
It's over. That argument's done. But for the creatives that don't have access to resources, connections, money, finances, and all that, we're all kind of like, there comes a time where everyone's like, dude, we're all not eating. Like somebody got a bunch to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like producers are not eating. This one's mad. Everybody's mad. Where's my money? Where's my money? Where's my money? Everybody want their money. It's like, yo, throw the money aside, and if you could find a way to have a passion project and find a way to collectively make the money together, moving forward off a project that you all invest in together one way or another to make this project succeed.
Yep.
You're better off as a team together invested in one concept.
A lot of people are okay being the head, but not the tail in situations like that. That's the problem.
If I'm not mistaken,
that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it takes that one person that has the leadership abilities to do that. Hey, if you're a leader out there and you're sitting down and you're being lazy and you're finding a reason to get up and go lead, I'm telling you right now, if you're feeling some kind of conviction, well, praise God. Now's the day. Get up and get the team together, man. You know the artist. You know the producer. You know the videographer, don't you? You write scripts. What are you doing sitting around? Get them together. Get up and get those people together and make that project that you've been sitting on this whole time in your back pocket, hiding away, mad that it didn't go your way. Oh, it didn't go my way. I guess I'm not supposed to be a movie director. It didn't go my way. Swallow your pride, man, and get that script out and dust the dirt off of it. Call up them people, sit down and say, look, here's the situation. I don't have the money up front. I don't have the this. I don't have the that. Can you invest anything in this? And be real. Be real, especially if you know Christian brothers. They might invest. They might be waiting for the opportunity. They might be silently watching you and how you maneuver on social media.
Mm-hmm. Honestly,
you know what I'm saying? They might be like, maybe he's not in good space right now. Maybe he's off doing his thing. Maybe whatever. But when you come around full circle and you come humbly and you come together and you collaborate and you put aside pride and all those things that make you. Maybe I'm letting too much out.
No,
but hey, man, I'm just sharing, man.
But what I've come to find is that a lot of times people are being irresponsible with their talents, right? So I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say you have an artist, right? And he wants to rap, he wants to make music videos and all these different things. Wouldn't it be the natural thing to do is to have these songs, have the ideas, have these things ready, so when you present to someone this opportunity, you have your stuff together and they can see the dream. But when people just talking about it, like, yo, man, you do videos, you should shoot my video, bro. Oh, what, you got a song? Nah, man, I'm still working on it. I'm in the studio. Like, why are you even talking to people and asking people for their services if you're not even prepared? You know what I mean?
Good.
Like,
okay, speak on that.
Like, you're not ready. So a lot of times, like that's what will happen. Like, they'll approach people that have services
and they're
that would help them, but they're not even at that level yet.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that goes for everything. If you're going to go for a business loan, you can't walk into a bank and be like, yo, I need some money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get this barbershop. So can you just
Yeah,
let
you
me
sound like a fool without a plan.
Let me a little something.
Yeah, you sound
I
like
put
a fool,
something on it.
fool without a plan. Yep.
I put something on it. You need like collateral, right? Or
Like
something
Brent's
like that.
cracking up. He's like, man, stop sharing.
But
my
it's the
stories.
facts though. It's like they come into the bank thinking like you could
Man,
just go
stop
in
sharing
there and
my
wave
stories.
your hands up and down, and they're just
Yeah.
gonna bring them a cash out. And it's
Right.
like, no, you got to go in with a business plan. You
Dude,
have to
this
have
is perfect, man.
You have to
Yeah.
have your
You
whole
have to have a
thing
plan.
laid out.
Plan.
You know what
A
I'm saying?
strategy. Yo,
So
somebody
if you're gonna
said-
go to ask somebody for help, you should probably have everything you need and what you're trying to do ready before you even approach somebody. You know what I mean? Because that is sad, and a lot of times it's like you look unprofessional and you look like you don't really care. And if you don't care about your dream, how are you gonna ask somebody to believe in yours?
If it's just a dream at that point, if you haven't put work in.
That's what I'm saying. But it's a lot of talk.
Yep.
Like, yo, this is my dream. This is what I do. This is my life. And it's like, yo, okay, well, I can shoot videos. You got a song? Let's go. Let's do it right now. Well, you know, I got to get in the lab. You know what I'm saying? And my bank account don't
Trying to
work
get
like
some
that
funds.
because I'm trying to get the money for the studio. But my bank account switches the payroll on Tuesday. And you're like, man, come on, man. How you going to approach me?
I just cash at work. I ain't even got a smartphone no more, man. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't paid the light bill.
For real. It's true. It's like, yo, you should be prepared.
Yo, shout out
when
to
you're gonna seek out help, if you're gonna seek out advice, you know, be prepared not just with your craft and the things that you're trying to do, but even mentally and spiritually. You know, because you may not hear what you want to hear. You know, even if you are prepared, you might get that no. And if you're not prepared spiritually, that might be a huge hit that you would never expect it would affect you as much as it does.
Facts. My dude Michael Holt just commented on one of my posts where I was talking about godly ambition, just questioning what that looks like. That's where I'm at right now, trying to wrestle with godly ambition and what does that look like? You know what I mean? Like for everything. How does that apply to a man that's hitting the gym? I know it's easy to be like health, you know, blah, blah, blah. But if you're not
Health, the only benefit.
I mean, you can find health with eating right. You don't have to go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not obligated to go to the gym for health.
Yeah.
You can eat very healthy and still, you know, maintain health. That
Well,
way,
it depends
you know
on the topic. Because if you're talking about just losing weight, then yes, you don't have to go to the gym. But overall health, you know, there's tons and tons.
I'm saying with you know, with wisdom,
Yeah.
you know, I'm saying with wisdom. Like, are you obligated by God's commandment to go to the gym and lift a weight, or you are going to hell? Like, no, you're not. You don't ever need to go to the.
That was extremely dramatic.
You don't ever need to step foot into a gym ever in your life. You don't
went from health to going to hell.
Yo, like you're
health to hell.
What I'm saying is like you don't
gon' burn.
Yo, so if there's a dude that doesn't have the ability to go to the gym and look like the other guy, and now he feels like, oh, what am I, weak? Because I don't have the ability to stand up. You know, what am I like? You know what I'm saying? If there's somebody who's feeling like less than a man because they don't have the ability to do it, or maybe not the ambition or the desire to do it, you know, then it doesn't mean you're less godly.
No.
Because even Paul said that the gym is beneficial, right? It's beneficial,
Physical fitness.
but it's not the end all be all. Like that's not what's priority. You get what I'm saying?
I feel that.
So now like wrestling, I'm in my wrestle bag right now.
Let me be in my wrestle.
Let me be in my wrestle bag. I'm in my wrestling
I always
bag.
got to dig every now and then.
I'm in my wrestling bag with godly ambition right now. I'm trying to figure it out. Pray for me. Thank you. You all a family anyway. Anyone who listens to this, they know what's up. So thank you. I
So
love
what
you.
did Mike Holt say?
So Michael Holtz goes, I'm into thinking.
AKA that whole entire rant was just because Mario wants to cheat and he doesn't want to be judged.
I'm trying to justify
He's
my
like,
laziness.
I'm going on a Chinese
I'm trying to
marathon.
justify my laziness.
I'm
I
just
had
going
a
to have
little
Chinese
cramp.
food this whole week.
No, real talk, man. God crushed a lot of, you know, I'm on a lesson. Do you want me to share this stuff, bro?
Hey, man.
So what did
If
Mike
you
Holt
feel
say?
like sharing,
Thank you, Brent.
you're going to have to say
Thank
your name.
I've been waiting for like
Every
7
time,
minutes.
yo, this dude
What
just
did
like
Mike Holt
leaves
say?
me with just this false narrative, and I'm like, hold on, wait a second. You can't just segue. I got to Segwee. I got to
segue back.
Segwee back.
I got to
bro.
get some
Segwee back.
context behind what did. Okay, so my dude Mike Holt came in on a post I put on Godly Ambition, and he said, I'm in the thinking that godly ambition looks like bowing to the sovereignty of God. Number one, we should pause on that and not like just brush by that, like bowing to the sovereignty of God.
Yeah.
Stop right there. Like you don't just brush over that. What does that mean? Like we know that's true, but what does that mean in your life? You personally, your life. What does that mean? How do you bow to the sovereignty of God in your life? Anyway,
true. I think it's just truly realizing that you have no control of the outcome, and all you can do is just trust in the Lord and do the best you can.
Love it. And having faith that God will guide your steps while saying, Lord willing, along the way when you make your plans.
I like it.
Isn't
Facts.
that, yo, I guess I'm in that moment right now, and I'll leave with this. And actually, it's perfect timing because we're about to get off.
Well, Segwee.
About to segue out of here. Segue out of here, you know what I'm saying?
Segwee.
So, yeah, we're about to boom out of here, man.
Stupid.
We'll end with that, but what was I saying there? Oh, the question of the sovereignty of God in planning your steps. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I'm trying to figure out those pieces together. You plan your steps to succeed, but you trust in the sovereignty of God to get what? The results you're looking for? Like, what do you I don't know.
That you're not doing it.
Well,
all right.
I
don't know.
That you're not doing it for vain reasons.
Yeah, I think we're allowed to have desires. We're allowed to have.
That's where grace comes in.
You know what I'm saying? God has given us a life to enjoy as well. It's not like, well, because everything means nothing, you shouldn't enjoy it either.
Vanity of vanity, all is vanity.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know Solomon was talking
Generation
about
comes,
vanity of
generation
vanity, all is
goes.
vanity. But at the same time, he was probably
Every
saying
time I
it
read
from his massive pool.
Ecclesiastes, man.
I'm sure he was probably saying it on his marble chair. He still was enjoying life. It's not like he was like, you know what, vanity of vanities on this dirty.
That's foul. That is foul.
He was probably saying it from his golden chariot.
You just messed up Ecclesiastes for me entirely. Now I'm gonna read that thing and I'm like, this dude is a punk, man.
Remember, he was the wisest man to ever live, but also the richest.
He
was also the richest.
In the hot
with
tub.
bubbles.
This dude was in his hot tub with his
With a
maid servants
stogie.
blowing bubbles in his hot
With
tub.
a hookah, bro.
Smoking
Vanity of vanity, all
with
is
his choir
vanity.
behind him. He looked like Kanye West.
He was like,
I bet you after he said vanity of vanity, he was probably like, more bubbles. Vanity of vanity.
Even these bubbles, I find no purpose in any of them.
Blow
Keep blowing,
harder.
keep blowing.
Blow harder with this nonsense.
why do I even choose to indulge myself? It's all vain. The only thing a man has is his word.
Why did we give him this accent? First of all, why did he have this accent? He's
man
from the Middle East.
Only has
Yes.
his
Yo,
work, his
listen,
toil in
it's
the dirt.
It's us and y'all, man. It's
real.
us, each other, and
From
y'all.
the Middle East. He's like,
Yo.
vanity of vanity.
We love you.
All
We
is-
appreciate you. You know who you are. You still haven't reached out to me. Please do. Music@marrioesco.com. 2 hours
Yo,
of my
I
name.
love y'all.
Say what's up,
Yo.
please.
Subscribe.
Yeah,
Click the link.
subscribe.
Hit the subscribe
YouTube,
button.
Hit the like, share. We love y'all. Check out D2L Productions.
Share the show.
Till next week. Grace and peace.
I didn't get to say that
Share
today.
the show.
Later, y'all. If you're listening to the podcast, be sure to check out my Facebook music page, Marrio Esco 1. Again, 2 R's in my name, the number 1 at the end, Marrio Esco 1. Be sure to like and follow that page because I like to give updates on who I'll be interviewing and leave a description on what we'll be talking about. And I also like the real-time one-on-one back and forth interaction. If you don't have the time to join us on Facebook Live, be sure to check out my podcast. It's called Marrio Esco Live, 2 R's in my name. Again, you'll see the white silhouette of myself with the cross underneath. Be sure to subscribe to that and follow the link as well to whatever podcast you're using or however you're receiving the podcast, and leave us a review. We love to hear feedback. You can also hit me up at music@marioesco.com and just hit me up with some feedback and ways that we can improve the show or the things that you like and enjoy. Any type of feedback will be highly appreciated. Grace and peace.